Welcome one and everyone to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 189. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I do know I am, because today is another day that I experienced the joys of having breath in my lungs. Yes, I am alive, and that is something to be thankful for. Not, of course, that I experienced any sort of death-defying things recently. Not even sure why. But I am alive, and that's just a happy thing. Alright, now time to share with the fans that I'm actually streaming. Pleasure to be here today on this fine Thursday evening. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Sorry, where did my... There it is. Lepidus of Rune Totem says, Oxhorn, where's your twin called Mini-Me? I do not have a twin. Now, I am alone in the universe. There is none other like me. The closest thing to being me is to be on me. And that, of course, means the beard. The beard is on me. And its name is Zug Zug, not Mini-Me. So, I hope I just didn't confuse everybody. What about Evil Ox? Says H-Star... that's true. There is the evil Oxhorn. He has the curled mustaches, but even he is quite a different thing. He, of course, being evil, and I being only less evil. So there's a difference, right? A distinct dichotomy. Shawarma says, hey, it's Oxhorn. People say he's oxing around, but he's extremely silent, so I think I'll turn up the sound. Lepidus says, I'm joking. Yes, I understand. It's okay. How's the sound, ladies and gentlemen? You apparently can hear me, because people are already responding to my pithy comments. Pithy they be. Duders Man says, I had to sprint here, but I made it. Glad you are here. So, such a pleasure to have you here. Bistro says, evening Oxhorn, long time no see. Great to have you here, Bistro. I do, in fact, remember you. And I'm really glad that you came by. A little loud, says Greg Hartung. That's a first. Well, if I get too many complaints, I'll, of course, turn down the volume. I think that's a dubstep song. Turn up the volume, something like that. Anyway, we have a great show for you. Shawarma says he was just deafened. Alright, if too many of you complain about the loudness of my vocal capacity, then I will, of course, turn it down. But, here, let me turn down my microphone. There we go. Turn down my microphone. Excellent. Rolleron is here. Great. I mean, everybody remembers Rolleron as the provider of gentlemanly cigars to this fine program. He is the one and only patron of cigars. I have been asking for cigar donations for quite a while now, and he's the only one that's actually done so. So thank you, Rolleron, for coming. Sadly, we don't have any cigars today, because I have not been able to purchase any, and none have come through the mail quite yet. Rolleron says, Egg Maduro. You do know that I love a good Egg Maduro. Oh, wait, is that one on the way? Rolleron says, yet another on the way, an Egg Maduro. You, sir, are my favorite. You're just... I'm going to get a plaque on the wall behind me that says, Rolleron. Best fan ever. If you send me an Egg Maduro, I'm just that you will be ensconced as the best fan ever. I'm just saying. Really? Oh man, I'm excited. I can't wait. Well, I just went to the post office box today before the show, just in case one was there waiting for me, but it wasn't. So I look forward to next week. That is going to be a good week. MMO Guy 123 says you look like the Amish penguin from Batman. I don't have an umbrella. You can't be the penguin without an umbrella. Now, I do live in Seattle, and it rains enough here that I am actually seen frequently out and about with an umbrella. Greg Hartung says, well, being second best fan isn't too bad. Look, my friends, it's not a competition. It's really not. You provided us with fantastic gifts when the baby was born, and there's no ousting you, my friend Greg Hartung. There is no ousting you. Just can't be done. Oh, I like this song. I'm actually thinking of doing a barbershop quartet version of the song with just me. I haven't decided yet. Can you see it already? I can see it. Cute little hardcore kitten is here. Thank goodness. So glad you were here today, cute little hardcore kitten. We're going to have a good, moderated chat today. MMO guy says, do you paint your face white like that, or is it natural? Yes, there are people on this earth called Anglo-Saxons. They happen to be white. Don't hold it against them. Just the way they were born. I'm Irish. I am therefore white. Whatever, man. It's okay. Just roll with it. As for like the intensity that you're saying, it's this light. Is that better? I wanted to keep things lit up so that you could actually see what's going on. Is that better? Or did you prefer it the other way? Oh wait, now it's just really bright. Here. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Alright, well, we have a problem today. A couple of problems. Today I'm smoking my pipe, and I love my pipe, so that's not a problem. I'm going to be smoking this fine batch of pipe tobacco. This is, it's either chocolate flavored or butter rum flavored. I'm not typically a fan of flavored tobaccos, but these are done very well. It's not sweet. It's just got the essence of butter rum. This is the butter rum stuff. So I'm going to be smoking that today, and I'm sadly out of Scotch. That's right, out of Scotch. Did not have time to go to the Scotch store, because there's a Scotch store nearby, and pick up some more. So I am stuck, tragically, today drinking Tanqueray gin. For those who are longtime fans of this program, you know how much I hate Tanqueray gin. But when you are in a desert, you drink what liquids the good Lord sends you. So we are currently in a Scotch desert, so we are drinking the equivalent of salt water, gin. Alright. Let's get these chats up. Perfect. Mopafas says, can you take your hat off for a second? My friend, you must be new to this show. Longtime viewers know that I actually don't wear a hat. This is just an extension of my head. Some people grow hair. Some people grow mohawks. Some people grow dreadlocks. I grow derby. Cheers, ladies and gents. Yeah, I'm not even using a Scotch glass. It's in a mug. How awkward is this? Scotch and smoke rings, and I'm drinking gin out of a mug. I have failed myself. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Well, thankfully, we do have some fine tobacco today. H-Star says Ox is really having a bad day. it's pardon me. It's actually not a bad day, although I am getting constant feedback. There we go. I don't know why I keep getting feedback. It's not a bad day. I had a good day at work. I was incredibly productive. So I have nothing to complain about, and I am about to partake in some lovely butter rum tobacco. Check that out. That's right, that is loose leaf tobacco. I've been keeping it in this lovely container. You're supposed to keep loose leaf tobacco in a sealed container. Now that's different from cigars. Cigars need to breathe. If cigars don't breathe, they grow mold, which is why you put them in a cedar humidor with just enough room so that air can flow in and out. But the nice thing, oh, look at that. I haven't opened this in probably a year. Well, maybe 9 months. And it's still perfect and moist. It never goes bad. So here we go. I'm going to be partaking in some fantastic pipe tobacco today. Butter rum flavor. And it's an English blend tobacco for those curious who happen to be pipe aficionados and wanted to know a little bit more. MMO Guy 123 says, can you say ho 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 Merry Christmas? I can, but only in December. As it is not December, my mouth simply cannot make those words. So come back in December and ask me again, and I'll be more than happy to accommodate. Again, Kupov says, have you ever enjoyed smoking marijuana? And that seems to be a question we get a lot on this show, and I today am baffled as to why. No, I've never smoked marijuana a day in my life. It's actually legal here in Seattle now. A new law passed last year that legalizes owning marijuana, but even so, it just has never interested me. I'm not going to say people are bad for smoking it. I don't think it's morally wrong. It's just not something that interests me personally, and so I'm not going to partake of the stuff. Instead, I will be trying out some wonderful loose-leaf tobacco for my tobacco pipe, and of course cigars, which are my personal favorite. So for those who are interested, this is how you pack a tobacco pipe. I've filled it loosely with the loose-leaf tobacco, and then you just use the sides of your thumbs like this, and you roll inward like this. And then you move it around to get to another side, and you roll it in like this. You don't press down into it, because that will pack the tobacco too tightly. You just get it so it's nice and level on top. I'm actually really well equipped today. I've got my lighter, I've got my pipe tamp. This was originally a gift to my brother, which is why it's plated in gold, but he didn't want it, so it's mine now. Anyway, so I have all my tools with me today. Oh no! Oh, there we go. Oh, it's almost out of fuel. Now, for those of you looking at this and saying, wow, this is so not legit, he's using a lighter to light his pipe, I'll have you know that I'm using a specific kind of butane that does not impart a chemical flavor to the tobacco. It's completely scentless and flavorless, so it actually is appropriate for use with tobacco pipes. H-Star says, have you ever had the orange-scented pipe tobacco? Never. Never have I had orange-scented pipe tobacco. I'm not a fan of fruit-flavored flavors, just in general. Oh, okay. You're wanting me to ban somebody? Alright. Robin2258 says, Oxhorn, don't you need a softer lighter instead of a torch like that? Yes. Typically you would use a soft flame for a tobacco pipe, but I'm very proficient with using this torch. So I'm not damaging my pipe in any way. People are telling me I missed something. Oh wow, that tastes so nice. Valorant says, working on my 2-month-old beard. My friend, I am proud of you. For those of you interested in growing your own beard, go to growabeardnow.com. That's my website. I've got lots of tips and tricks on growing beards, including my guide on how to grow a beard, beard products that I endorse, and of course dealing with the itch. The first few weeks are itchy, but I have advice and tips for you. I am there for you, my friends. Go to growabeardnow.com, beard, not beer, and you can get some tips there. So Ralaran, I give you great cheers for growing your beard. Kupov says, wait, if he uses a special kind of butane, where do you buy the fluid to refill it? I believe I have it here. Yeah. Premium butane gas by Colibri. Now, this particular butane is one of the most expensive butanes, which is why it's suitable for smoking cigars or pipe tobacco. It's actually not very expensive. I think this was $4. You know, it's still $4, but that's not too much, considering this will probably last you a year of moderate smoking. So, not that big of an investment for a great payoff. It doesn't taste bad. Gobra says, my parents won't let me grow a beard, though I'm getting a stash, just slowly. It's okay, my friend. When I was young, I was not allowed to grow a beard either. I mean, even though I was born with a beard, I was forced to shave, and it causes me great shame. I was born with the full masterpiece that you see before you, but in elementary and high school I was forced to shave because my school did not have a beard policy. They wanted you to be clean-shaven. I don't understand it. Nowadays, you can have a great career in San Francisco or Seattle as a hipster with a beard. So, what's their logic there? I don't know. If you want to work for Google, Microsoft, or Facebook, grow a beard, trim it short, wear tight pants, wear a fedora, but cock it to the side just a little bit, wear a scarf in the summer, and flip-flops in the winter, and have at least one tattoo, preferably on your neck and going down your waist. And then you can work for Google. True story. Alright, what you do now is you crush the ash on top. A little bit of gray ash will build up. Rollins says, Ox, please stop giving these tips. I'm growing sick. No, Leviticus, I'm not supporting hipsterism. That was my attempt at making fun of them. But it's true. If you go to Google headquarters, all you see are hipsters. It's just, I live in Seattle. I work in Ballard. This is a high-tech place. I've been to the Google campus here. I've been to the Facebook campus here. Hipsters from aisle to aisle, as far as the eye can see. The guy working on Facebook Graph Search is a hipster. The guy who built the Google +1 button, hipster. So, even if you may not like it, that is, of course, the reality. Vomitcore says, Oxhorn, I want you to sing the dwarf song from the Hobbit movie, Far Over the Misty Mountains. I enjoyed that movie. Trying to remember how it went. Yeah, that's about as far as I can. Yeah, I don't remember the rest. So there you go. That was Oxhorn singing the Hobbit song from the Hobbit, the Dwarven song from the Hobbit. Hope you enjoyed it. Worked really hard on it. Memorized some tough lyrics. Why are you guys talking about North Korea? North Korea is going to get pwned very shortly. You know, this is no laughing matter for me. I live in Seattle. I'm on the West Coast. So, I mean, if North Korea was going to attack anyone, they have a few options. Alaska, Seattle, California. Kind of right there. So, hoping that Kim Jong-un does not decide to show off his stuff. Yeah, anyway, nasty situation. But yeah, the whole Dennis Rodman thing, weird. I mean, he was a weird guy to begin with, but now going to North Korea, I guess he just wanted to be taller than everybody. Thought he was already, but apparently he had a little man syndrome. Shawarma says, goodbye Microsoft, Nintendo of America, and Ox? Yeah, if they decide to attack with a nuke, you know what? They would probably go for Hawaii. Is that closer? I don't know. Big Stacks 2 says, Kim Jong just wants some turkey! Turkey for everyone! Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. My smoke rings are a little jittery today. Alright, that's it. I'm closing this window because it keeps messing with me. Yeah, I don't know why. Alright, time to get some good smoke rings going here. Yeah, finally. There we go. Veronica says the only reason there are so many hipsters in Seattle is because Oxhorn is there, and as basic physics will tell you, opposite charges attract. Which is also why there are so many hippies in Seattle as well. On one side I'm surrounded by hippies, on the other I'm surrounded by hipsters, and then if I go to the U District I am surrounded by beggars. And here is where I live. Can you believe it? This is where I chose to forge life for myself. Ugh. Clayguy333 says if you were stuck on an island and you could have three things, what would they be? Scotch, cigars, and suspenders. Obvious. Veronica says Twitter. Alright, I didn't have Twitter up, but I'm going to check it out now. It's harder for me to get a good smoke ring out with this pipe. I've got a few good ones in there, but it's kind of stopping. Like, there's a wall right here which is causing the smoke ring to malform. Not having good luck today.
The great music of the 1920s and 1930s deserves to have an appreciative modern.
Alright, I had some good ones there.
You can help it find that.
Cheers to smoke rings.
Why not email your friends right now? Let them know about the wonderful music you're enjoying right here on Radio Dismute. RadioDismute.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
Powering through it. Powering through it. Mephisto says, stay classy, I gotta go. So glad that you came today, sir. Have a good one. Shawarma says, wait, Oxhorn wrote a book? Is it available in North Korea? Sadly, no, it is not available in North Korea. But it is available to you for a limited time, aka forever. The Tale of Cloran Hastings, written by my own hand. A young adult fantasy adventure novel set at sea that you could purchase today and get today if you buy the ebook version, or get in short order if you purchase the hardcover or paperback version. Go to CloranHastings.com to learn more. Okay, my Twitch chat is freaking out on me. There we go. RS3 Hitman says, hi. Well, hello, and welcome to the chat. The majority of us are chatting from scotchandsmokerings.com for those interested, but of course we do have people watching from Twitch TV, and we're really glad to see all of you today. Goldbreath says, what would happen if we put Mr. Evil in North Korea? Destruction? I'm pretty sure destruction would happen. Goldbreath says, good or bad things, it depends on how you see destruction. And I guess it depends on what he's destroying. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. Rolleron says, too many of us dislike others for no good reason. That may be true, but I can tell you that I dislike hippies for a very good reason. They smell like rosebuds and lavender. Alright. On to the next segment of the show. Don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. Fail! Wow, what is with me today? I'm not able to do the smoke rings. Let's try again. Seabass23 says, is that why you hate night elves? Yes. That is why I hate night elves. Finally, got some good ones. Big Stacks 2 says, does Ox still do the famous smoke ship at the end? Indeed, I do. Welcome back, Big Stacks 2. It's been a while since we've seen you here. I'm so glad to see you. Better stay. Come back next week. Greg Hartline says, the gin is interfering with your smoke ring mojo. Indeed. Indeed it is. Alright, don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. Let's start with wives first, because ladies go first. Written in 1913, these tomes of knowledge for newly married couples will be read for eons and centuries, I'm sure. Gilbreth says, hey Oxhorn, you're Swedish, right? Have you ever had Swedish meatballs? We had homemade ones tonight. I love them. I was wondering if you eat them annually at all. I do love Swedish meatballs. I am not Swedish, I am Irish, but I did study Swedish in college. That's where I think the confusion lies. And you know what? If you've been looking at the news recently, the Swedish meatballs served by IKEA have been tainted with horse meat. That's right, so when you go to IKEA next time and you sit down for Swedish meatballs, you might be eating horse meat. Thankfully, that has not happened in America. The IKEAs in America have not had horse meat in them. But I'm not particularly interested in having horse meat meatballs. If you live in the UK and you go to IKEA for meatballs, you're eating horse. That's basically the way it goes. Otherwise, yes, I do love Swedish meatballs. So, yeah. Baldock says nay. Kupop says, how about Canada? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know, my friend. Look online. See if the Swedish meatball at IKEA horse meat scandal is going on in Canada. I know it is going on in the UK. But that's a bummer because I used to love going to IKEA and having their Swedish meatballs. They're not amazing, but they are pretty good. And it's hard to get actual good Swedish meatballs from a restaurant here. Now, thankfully, I do live in Ballard, and Ballard was founded by Scandinavians, so there are a whole bunch of great Norwegian shops and Swedish shops where you can get good Swedish food. So I'm lucky. Alright, time for don'ts for wives. Listen up, wives, this is good wisdom from your grandfather's grandfather. This is grandfather. Written in 1913. Ladies, don't encourage your husband to save money by pottering around at home during his holidays. It will do you both far more good to get a complete change of air and scene. Don't insist on rushing about the continent to see cities during your husband's summer holiday if he feels that a quiet rest by the sea with a good golf links handy will be better for him. Never mind if you do get enough of the country heat, and you can run over to Paris for a week at some other time without wearing out your husband's nerves when they should be resting. Yeah, because we can all just take spontaneous trips to France at the drop of a hat, right? Totally. This book was totally written for me. I'm just a jet setter. Ladies, don't say you can't go abroad if your husband doesn't want to, or if your husband wants to, because you don't like the channel crossing, and you hate foreign ways and foreign food. Okay, this was obviously written in England. Subordinate your wishes to his for once, ladies, and you'll be surprised to find how much pleasure you pick up by the way. This was written by a woman too. Can you believe it? Don't expect your husband always to share your recreations while you refuse to share his. If you like concerts best and he prefers plays, let each sacrifice to the other in turn, and you will be surprised to find how your tastes become more Catholic as time goes on. Alright, good advice, good advice. Moving on to don'ts for husbands. Pay attention, husbands. Alright, gentlemen, don't spend night after night at your club, leaving your wife alone to count the hours until your return. Yes, because we all belong to private clubs. Don't say she needn't stay up for you. You know quite well that she can't sleep until you're safe at home. That's good advice. Don't insist on her always being home when you come in. She will like to be there to receive you as often as she can, but if you try to make a rule of it, she will consider it a grievance. I believe we did these last week. One more then. Don't take it for granted that your wife has too much to attend to now. There are children to be able to go out with you as she used to do in the earlier days of your life together. Ask her, not perfunctorily, but as if you really wanted her, and she will generally manage to go. Wow. So husbands apparently in England in 1913 rather enjoyed to spend time with their children instead of their wives. Alright, learning something about British colonial culture. Always a good thing here at Scotch@smokerings.com. Alright, my tweet deck is finally coming online, and I've got some tweets to respond to before we move on to the next segment of Scotch and Smokerings. Rowler on Twitter says, on a previous episode you smoked an egg Maduro. I believe you had the light one that day. To balance things, a dark one is inbound. Why, thank you, good sir. I am really excited to have that cigar. Mike Chesil says, is a Shamrock Shake a classy beverage? A shake is rarely a classy beverage, but of the shakes, the Shamrock one is the classiest. How about that? Grumac1 says, how do you go about writing song lyrics? It's one of those things that I can't really put down to a step-by-step process. It's just sort of one of those things that I do, because I get an idea and I've got to write it down. I can't explain how it's done. I just get the song in my head and I write it. Tire Star Fairies says, hey Ox, I just wanted to tell you I'm working on reading your book. My husband Jonathan got it for me for my birthday. Hey, that is an awesome birthday present. You have an awesome husband, and I'm so glad that you are reading through my book. I really hope you enjoy it. For those who don't know, she is referring, of course, to this, my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, available in hardcover and in paperback, and as an ebook, CloranHastings.com if you would like to get it. The perfect Valentine's gift. Oh wait, Valentine's Day is over, so what's next? Easter. The perfect Easter gift! You just learned something about marketing there, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Tissel says, I don't think I can ride a smoke ship for you while you're drinking gin. Loranicus, my friend, yeah, I know, gin kind of just messes the whole thing up, right? My smoke rings are off. I didn't get any interesting stories out of the don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. It's gin. That's what I'm blaming. Gin is my monkey wrench in the engine. Not a thing. Not a thing. Mother's Day says Buttons 111. True. That is also a looming holiday. My book is perfect for Mother's Day. Give it to all of your mothers. Light Maggie says, Hi Oxhorn, I love your work. You make me laugh so much. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here today. I do this show every week, every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific. I hope you guys can make it every week. Glitzy says, you gave me a Ralph Mail button at BlizzCon a few years ago. Awesome! So for those who don't know, every year that BlizzCon happens, I bring swag with me to BlizzCon that I give out to fans. Usually they take the form of buttons, and I always run out. I never have enough to give to the fans, so sorry about that. But it's always a pleasure, and I'm so glad to see recurring fans show up in my life. Light Maggie says, you can just call me Light. Okay, Light says you can just call me Light. Yeah, I watch as much as I can. You are awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Ninja Boss says bread. Grow a beard. No. It's beard. Grow a beard. I know that bread is an anagram of beard, but they are two completely different things. After all, if you eat your beard, that's not classy, but if you grow bread, you're weird. Are you excited about BlizzCon, says Kupov? I'm very excited. I'm invited every year. I go every year. I'm eagerly looking forward to BlizzCon this year. I was bummed that they canceled it last year. I really was. The Dan Man says the Mega Beard made that Jin face look epic. I do not have a pleasant Jin face, I gotta tell you. Light Maggie says, my boyfriend is streaming right now and helping with the stream, but I wanted to say hi. Well, I hope he has a fantastic stream. Give him my best. T-Ball says, you have a thing of bread in the bottom left side of your beard. I know you're lying, because I don't eat bread. Just in case. Jade Fight says, hopefully I can find a way to get a ticket this year to BlizzCon, but finances are tight. I completely agree. Finances are tight this year for many people I know, including myself. I am hoping to go. I really am. But sadly, Blizzard doesn't pay for my plane tickets, nor my hotel rooms. So, we will see. I still intend to go, but we'll see. Glitzy says, lol, you're a bread-gitarian. No. I am a beard-gitarian. I am nourished solely by my beard. T-Ball says the Amish called and they want their hat back. Then they called the wrong person because the Amish wear fedoras, not derbies. Sorry. Also, they don't have mustaches. Sorry, again. Lee Pearl says, I want to see smoke rings and you to chug some scotch. All in caps. Alright, I can deliver on the smoke rings. This is Scotch and Smoke Rings, and I do not give false promises, so here we go. There were a few in there. I don't know what it is. There's like a breeze messing them up, and I'm going to try this again. I'm not going to move. There's not going to be any breeze. What the heck? There's some breeze coming through here. Let me try again. Finally, some good ones there, right? How long did it take you to learn how to do smoke rings, says Light? It didn't take me very long, actually. Pretty much when I first started smoking a pipe, the first thing I wanted to learn how to do was to blow smoke rings, so I did some research and did some experimentation, and presto, I was able to blow smoke rings. Smoke rings are not terribly hard. Only Mortal says, what is your noble job besides streaming? I am a technical marketing manager for a startup company in Seattle. Synapse says, greetings Oxhorn from Synapse. Always a pleasure to see you live. Cheers. Pleasure to have you here as well. Kudos, my classy friend. Code9 Liquors says, can you blow smoke rings with beards on them? I could, but I'm not going to. Instead, you need to wait until the end of the program when I will blow a smoke ship based on your suggestions. And if you guys decide to request a ship that has a beard on it, then of course I will blow one. Now chug that scotch, says Leaperlaw. Today we're actually drinking gin. I didn't make it to the store in time to get scotch, so I'm stuck drinking some fairly rancid gin. Tanqueray, not my favorite, but kudos, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. WGSX Frank says that last smoke ring looked as if it did have a beard. Well, I try. Kupov asks, do you like whiskey at all? Yes! I do love whiskey. Let's see, what's my favorite whiskey? I actually like a knob whiskey. Made in Kentucky, a good bourbon, it's a good whiskey. So, there you go. T-Ball says the church would shun you if they knew you were on this computer right now. My church does know that I'm on the computer right now, and they don't shun me. So there you go. This T-Ball guy is just hilarious. Laurenicus, I just saw your tweet, and I was going to fire it up to answer it. You don't have to go into the chat itself and remind me to check Twitter. Might as well just type it into the chat. Alright, here we go. Laurenicus says, what's your favorite coding language if you know any? I only know HTML and I am bad at it. I know a little bit of PHP and a little bit of CSS. Not nearly enough to actually write any code. I can edit code. That's about it. I'm pretty good at HTML, but again, well, it's all about HTML5 now, right? So. T-Ball says, I'm just messing with you, bro. By the way, I love your stream. It's pretty entertaining. Good. I'm glad you like. You're a Java guy, says Mattstar. Or I'm a Java guy, says Mattstar. Python, says Laurenicus. It's good to see coders here. Look, if you know a computer language, you can get a job. For those of you who are not adults yet and you haven't graduated college, learn a computer language. Learn a computer language that is currently used in engineering or web development, and you will get hired, and you will get a job, and you will make bank. Just some advice from Oxhorn. I didn't learn a language. I make okay money, but I'm stuck in marketing. I love marketing, so it's the perfect fit for me. But if I did know a coding language, I'd be making like $300,000 a year. Not really, but kind of. Laurenicus said, tee-hee, I'm immature. Well, obviously, you said tee-hee. Girls say tee-hee. Gosh. I'm kidding, Laurenicus. I know you're just goofing around. Oh, was that a Bender quote? I do love Futurama, so there you go. A Bender reference. Alright, yeah. Fail on my part for not getting the Bender reference. He does say tee-hee every now and then, doesn't he? Loranicus said 011110112. Jukes XOXO says, hello, you super sexy manly man. Where? Who are you talking about? Am I being stalked? Be honest with me. If there's some crazy guy in here who's sexy, so apparently an elf, I'm going to have to beat the snot out of him. Alright, just don't freak me out. That's like saying there are ghosts in this room. Alright, now I do have some fan art to show off. It's really tiny though, so I hope I can do this. Alright, this fan art was from William H. Sinclair. Fan of the program. Let's see if I can show it to you. Okay, this is his fan art. He's rocking a nice hat and he's growing some whiskers there. Alright, now hopefully he'll be able to fill out this region right here. Pardon me, but he is growing some nice sideburns. So kudos to you, my friend. Stay classy, as always. And thank you for the fan art. If you'd like to send fan art, feel free to send it to brandon@oxhorn.com. Or use the contact form here at scotchandsmokerings.com. Chops, says Drunks Gaming. Indeed, the fellow had chops. Light says, I know this is a dumb question, but are you working on any new movies? It is not a dumb question. It is a good question. And yes, I am working on new movies. I have been working on the same new movie for the past 2 years. So yeah, just keep on waiting, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming eventually. Don't you fret. I'm actually almost done with it. Of course, I have been almost done with it for also nearly 2 years. But really, I have the credits left to do, and I need to get some music in there, and then the movie is done. Done. Ninja of WoW says, trailer please, Ox. I already put the trailer up last year. No, 2010. I put the trailer up in 2010, so it's been a while. But Loranicus says, how is that app coming, Oxhorn? My friend, your memory is too good. Here I go and promise things, and then I don't deliver on them, and then people remember, right? Oh yeah, the smartphone app that I've been working on for 2 years. It also is almost done. Just keep waiting. Don't worry. Look, I was almost done with that smartphone app, and then the company I was using to create it bowed out on me. So it's nearly completed, but I've got no one left to complete it. So instead I do Scotch and Smoke Rings. But I will work on it. We'll see. GoBreath says, wait, 2.5 is the trailer? No, the trailer was actually included in... I think it was actually a promotional video for Scotch and Smoke Rings that I uploaded to my Oxhorn YouTube channel like in 2010. So I think that's what it was, but yeah, I'm working on it. Selkeman says, I bought your book, bought your album, will buy your app too. You sir are awesome. Thank you so much. I was actually going to give the app away for free. But hey, now I know I can make a paid version and people will buy it. Awesome. Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost that time. It is almost smoke ship time. The show ends in about 8 minutes, so what are your smoke ship ideas? For the uninitiated, and for those who don't know, at the end of every episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, I blow into existence a beautiful ship made entirely out of smoke. Yes, that is true. I have the powers of Gandalf, but not the oldness of Gandalf. But I do have an epic beard like Gandalf. But anyway, I create a ship based on your suggestions. What are your suggestions, ladies and gentlemen? What would you like to see? Matt Star says, after the last few weeks, an hour-long show seems short. Yeah, that's right. The past few weeks I have done extra-long shows, haven't I? I've got dinner waiting for me, right? I haven't eaten yet, so that's why the show is only an hour today. Alright, so let's see, what ideas do we have here? Mr. 8-Ball, good to see you here again, my friend, says, Oxhorn, Pat Callahan, Tim Flannery Hall, and John McNash board a smoke plane made of scotch and throw exploding bacon bombs on night elf balloons and rain gin on gnomes below while dancing the Harlem Shake. I'm impressed that you remember the names of the 3 sailors in my Gnome Overboard video. Nicely done. WGSX Frank says we need a really good beard app. One which will let people see how they will look with a variety of classy beards, grooming tips, product reviews, and many other things. Brilliant! You, sir, are like a boy wonder. You're probably a grown man, I don't know, but wow, that's a great idea. Someone needs to do that. Maybe me. I might steal your idea, my friend. That's great. Veronica says, Ox in a golden bacon-plated Scotch-fueled Zeppelin going to war with North Korean hipster elves while a bearded hybrid Kodo cavalry shoots gin bombs, and Ox gives copies of his book to the civilians. Love it. I'm a cute little hardcore kitten says, Oxhorn riding on a giant cigar-shaped flying ship with a lighter engine flying towards the Scotch shop while laughing at North Korea for their threats. Indeed. Goldbreath says, a North Korean missile firing towards Orgrimmar gets shot down by a flying bacon ship/Zeppelin with rocket-propelled panda pizzas and bacon balls piloted by Oxhorn, Chloron, and the invisible pink unicorn. Man, you guys are creative today. Loranica says, Ox in a golden bacon-plated Scotch-fueled Zeppelin going to war with North... Wait, I read that one, didn't I? I did, I read it. So what's the next one? Greg Hartung says, Oxhorn aboard a hot fusage ferry cruising on a sea of maple syrup, cringing at the sight of an intimidatingly sexy elf pouring gin down his throat. Oh! That's like all the things I hate. What? Why would that? No. I actually like maple syrup, but... Anyway. Oxhorn, Mortus... Okay, this is from Ninja of WoW. Oxhorn, Mortus, Staghorn all grow a massive beard on a bacon ship while Nova cooking panda pizza while Professor Evil Harlem Shakes and Hat playing with baby pandas to tenderize them? What have I done to you all? I've turned you into homicidal maniacs like myself. The Greg Hartung says Oxhorn aboard a hot fudge ferry cruising on a sea of maple syrup. Oh, this is the same one? So you added hot fudge to the ferry? Gotcha, that's what it was. A hot fudge ferry on a maple syrup sea. Doommageddon says Oxhorn and the gang invite Shaq on a gunship as they hover over North Korea. They chuck dead hippie elves all over Pyongyang while singing pandas, pandas, pandas. I could get banned for some of this, right? They could call this like racial insensitivity. I'm chucking dead pandas at the national capital of North Korea, singing pandas, pandas, pandas. What the heck? Where do you guys come up with this? Alright, oh, yeah, and Shaq was there. Baldock says, Oxhorn and crew are eating horse-free panda pizza's good. They need to be horse-free. But panda's okay. And drinking real scotch on a bearded bacon ship while watching Kim Jong-un nuking pandas, elves, gnomes, and hippies. So Kim Jong-un is a good guy now? Killing pandas and elves? Or was that your way of saying that I'm actually a bad guy for wanting to kill pandas and elves? Either way is good. Goldbreath says this is not a smoke ship idea. Oh, okay. Stop reading there. Now, unicorns. United Nations in Confederacy opposing racial neotoxic systems. Oh, that's your Boy Scout Patrol. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually going to do Doomageddon Smoke Ship because it's so random and bizarre and it made me laugh. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Doomageddon Smoke Ship. You all had fantastic smoke ships as usual, especially you old-timers. So thank you so much. But today we're going to try Doomageddon Smoke Ship. Whoa! The smoke was a little thin today because of the pipe, but it was still enough for me to work with because before your eyes, you saw Oxhorn and the gang with Shaq on a gunship hovering over North Korea, chucking dead hippie elves all over Pyongyang while singing Pandas, Pandas, Pandas. Pandas, 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 Pandas. I like it. Bistro says, Oxhorn and I fighting off North Korean missiles while smoking cigars and drinking scotch. You guys still have great ones. Alright. Yeah, I'm interested as to why everybody had a fixation on North Korea. I mean, I saw the headlines today, but, you know, North Korea says stuff like that all the time. The only difference is this time China actually sided with us, and we gave them sanctions, so... yeah, we'll see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 189. So good to have so many of you here today. If you're new to the program, please bookmark this channel and come back next week. Same Ox time, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific, same Ox channel, scotchandsmokerings.com. Cheers, my friends. One final drink before we say adieu. And one final smoke ring. My pipe's not working, so no final smoke ring. But thank you all for coming, and be sure, my friends, to stay classy.